If you have employees that seem to be stuck and their productivity is low, listen to this Coffee with Jody because this episode is for you. Hi, this is Jody Johnson with ActionCoach Team Sage. Today we're going to talk about what to do when your team is stuck and the productivity is low and you don't know why. Sometimes when the team's productivity is low and they just don't seem like they're motivated or they're able to move forward with something and you don't really know why, it's because there's something incomplete for them from the past. Either something happened and they didn't get to talk about it, or they have a concern that is in the background that they haven't actually been able to resolve. So what I like to do is go in and get to the heart of what's blocking them, what's in the way. Oftentimes I'll use the above and below the line, which you've probably heard me talk about on many occasions in the past in other videos. But the concept of, okay, who are you blaming or what are you blaming? What are you making excuses about or who are you making excuses about? And then where have you been in denial about the results? That below the line is all of the reasons why something isn't moving forward the way that we are committed to it. And then the above the line of where we're taking ownership, accountability, and responsibility. And that doesn't necessarily produce the result, but it does produce the condition in which results can happen. Okay, let me give you an example of where this can happen in a business. I had a client that was going and creating their annual plan, and the team was just down. They were off. They were not the generally energetic and joyous team that I know them to be. And what that tells me is that they're incomplete with something that happened in the past, and it's in the background as a concern or a consideration about how to move forward. So what I recommend to the owners is, let's look at what are you feeling, what are you thinking, because whatever it is that they're concerned about, they're getting it as a vibe or a feeling from you. This particular business owner was able to say, gosh, you know what, I felt like we really failed last year, even though they were pretty much at the same, even numbers. They felt like they had failed. And the team was feeling like they had failed them. Now, there's no way in the world for me to be able to help them to create an annual plan and have them energized by it until we're clear that that is complete for them. Then they can create. When we try to create as business owners on top of something that's incomplete, it's a mud pie, it's murky, it's like being in quicksand. So the best way that I know of for team members and owners and people in general to get complete is to do that above and below the line exercise that you've heard me talk about before. But just to reiterate quickly, who or what have you been blaming? Who or what have you been making excuses for? And what have you been in denial about? And then actually looking from there at everything and then saying, all right, now what can I take ownership, accountability, and responsibility for that's going to allow the condition in which I can move forward and create. Unless that work gets done, everything that they do going forward has the energy of something that isn't working. So what do when the employees seem to be stuck? You stop the action. You get into a conversation, you find out what their concerns and considerations are, you get yourself clear, you do an above and below the line exercise with them, and then you take off and create. If you got value from this video, like it, share it, subscribe to it, and if you'd like to have a conversation with me about this in your workplace, call me at 305-285-9264, extension 301, and I'd be delighted to have a strategy session with you about it. Thanks, and have a great day.